Hello there, you guys. Welcome to another. Welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. So I think basically, if Manchester United do get a victory against Liverpool on Sunday, then I do think it will be guaranteed that Solskjaer will get the Manchester United job on a full-time basis. It probably won't be officially announced until the end of the season, but as I just currently, I've watched a few pundits, they've given, their own opinions on the situation, with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Gary Neville did say, Gary Neville, the ex-Manchester United legend himself as a player, he did currently say, Gary Neville, he said Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gets the Man United job if we get victory over Liverpool this weekend, as I currently said. I think Jamie Carragher also said as well he should be given the job, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Obviously based on his fantastic progression, so far as Manchester United manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, obviously we've won 11 out of 13 in all competitions. We've beaten Arsenal away from home in the FA Cup. We've beaten Chelsea away from home in the FA Cup. We've beaten Tottenham away from home in the league as well. And all in all, we've won 11 out of 13 in all competitions. We've scored 30 goals in the process. I think defensively, there's been vast improvements, especially in defence, especially away from home. We've kept a lot of clean sheets, away from home, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has took the veins at Old Trafford as well. And also, too, going into this Liverpool match, you've seen my preview as I did do yesterday, so go check out if you do insist. And, to be fair to Jurgen Klopp, credit to Jurgen Klopp, because he has, stood up and he has praised Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as he did currently say. So, Jurgen Klopp has praised Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for the fantastic work Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done as caretaker boss for Manchester United so far. And even Jurgen Klopp did say that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer deserves the permanent job. This was from Jurgen Klopp's perspective, as he did currently say. So he has been getting a lot of praise as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, from quite a few of the pundits. Obviously, obviously all the Manchester United fans, or at least, the majority of them, want to see Solskjaer, get the job on a full-time basis. But Gary Neville, does currently believe, if Man United, Gary Neville does currently believe Solskjaer to get Man United, he said Solskjaer to get a Man United job if Manchester United do get victory over Liverpool on Sunday, as I currently said. But for me, Solskjaer's done an absolutely fantastic job, so far as Manchester United manager, as we all currently know. And as they currently say, it could maybe still take us a year or two, to be up there competing, with the likes of Man City and Liverpool and all that. And, it could take us maybe a year or two, to get us back up there, competing for silverware and winning trophies, on a regular basis, like we did do under Alex Ferguson for 27 years. But as I did currently say, if Manchester United can get some new additions into the club in the summer, if we do it, and we do address them areas, where we do need to strengthen up, which we need a strong central defender, we need someone on that right hand side, and of course we need a fast centre defensive midfield, and fast tenacious centre defensive midfielder, as I said. And I do think if we can get some maybe 2 or 3 new players in the summer, I think we can be potentially, title contenders in the new season, next season, without a shadow of a doubt, because we didn't spend any money, in the January transfer window, so we know that investment is needed in the summer, because obviously we do expect departures as well. And, a lot of people are saying it's the experienced players, that are causing us the problem. So I do expect experienced players, to leave Manchester United in the summer. As reports do say, reportedly we're going to get around £200 million to spend in the summer anywhere, so that should be a good amount, for us, to get a couple of players. And I did say it would be ideal if we could get a few young players in, that could grow and develop under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But I think now victory against Liverpool on Sunday will definitely guarantee that Solskjaer will be named Manchester United manager on a full-time basis at the end of the season, as I currently said, because obviously it's going to be impossible, for him not to get the job on a full-time basis, if we beat Liverpool on Sunday, as I currently said. But he's the right man. He's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. As I said, he's rejuvenated the team. The team look motivated. There's a lot of confidence in the team, as I said. And Solskjaer, has brought the attacking intent, back to Manchester United. He's brought that fluidity, back to the team. As you can see, Paul Pogba's playing absolutely fantastic well. He's getting the freedom to express himself very, very good, giving good service to the front men. Paul Pogba, as I currently said, his timing of his runs are good. His breaks box to box are very, very good. Maybe from Solskjaer's perspective, he does doesn't think he's midfield is his favourite position. I think he stands out very very well in that number 10 position. Paul Pogba, just behind the centre forward, because I do think he gives good service to the front men. Especially Marcus Rashford for one. But he's been scoring. He's scoring goals. His passing's very very good as well as Paul Pogba's, and he plays them delicate passes. Very very well. So we've seen the best of him now. We've seen the best of Paul Pogba. Since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has come in. So Pogba has been playing absolutely fantastic indeed. And as I did currently say, you can see that, we've got defenders now that are willing to play out from the back as well. We're getting full-backs high up the pitch as well, so they're getting more involved. We have got good ball-playing midfielders as well, which is very, very good. So the majority of the team has been rejuvenated, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in. We've won 7 away from home in all competitions. We've won 8 in the league, so we're looking to win our 9th match in the league on Sunday against Liverpool, because obviously Solskjaer's progression's been fantastic so far. He's got us in the top 4 since the opening day of the season, because when Solskjaer came in, don't forget Manchester United were 11 points behind top 4, as I currently said. But as I did currently say, I think we can get the top 4 this season, get Champions League for next season, hopefully progress in the FA Cup. So, it would be good for us to get some silverware this season, and that would be the FA Cup, as I currently said, and that would be fantastic, for Manchester United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I currently said. But I think, as Gary Neville says, Gary Neville basically explained, he basically says in relation to Solskjaer, he says Solskjaer gets the Man United job if Man United get victory against Liverpool on Sunday. But fair play to Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp come out, in all honesty, he's praised Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for the terrific job he's done so far. He did say that he should get the job permanently as well, did Jurgen Klopp. So he has been coming out in the press and saying this as Jurgen Klopp. But as I did currently say, he's going to have a say on our transfer plans in the summer, is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And as I did say, he's the right man for Manchester United, as I currently say, because if we were to get another manager in, at the end of the season, if we was to get a new manager in, obviously, this new manager maybe wouldn't get the best out, wouldn't get the best out of the likes of Rashford, Paul Pogba, Anthony Martial, and all that. But Solskjaer gets the best out of the whole team now, as I currently say, because he's got the team to express themselves. He's got them enjoying playing football again, as I said, and he's got them playing in the right vein and the right mentality. Is in the team, as I currently said, and Solskjaer has brought that fear factor back. He's brought that brand of of football, that we played under Alex Ferguson for 27 years, as I currently said. And for me, Solskjaer has got that philosophy. He has got the right philosophy. He's got that winning philosophy as Manchester United manager now, as I said. Okay, so far he hasn't won out much in terms of silverware as a manager, as I currently said. In his 2 spells he had with Mold, he won 2 Norwegian titles, I think. He won trophies in the Manchester United reserve team when he was managing them, because this team now, this day and age, you obviously watch some of these players grow and develop. Obviously Paul Pogba was included as well. Didn't have such a good tenure at Cardiff, but he only had a really really short tenure at Cardiff, did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because obviously Cardiff got relegated, as I said, but he flourished under Alex Ferguson for 11 years. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, was a great player, as I said, had a good pedigree in terms of winning silverware as a player. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, really really proven, for scoring goals as well, when he was a player under Alex Ferguson. But as I did currently say, trophies will come maybe in the next year or two, when we do get some new additions into the club in the summer. And as I did currently say, Man United don't have to pay an additional fee of around £7-8 million to recommend him in on a full-time basis anywhere. Initially, we've paid £1.8 million to Mould at the moment, to get him on a temporary basis. But as reports did come out the other week, guys, saying that reportedly, based on his fantastic progression, it did say basically in media that reportedly the board had made a decision that Solskjaer will be named Manchester United manager on a full-time basis at the end of the season. May not be officially announced until the end of the season, but more than likely now anyway. I think Solskjaer should get the job now, but I think if we definitely beat Liverpool on Sunday, I think that will guarantee him the job on a full-time basis. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he was discussing a while back, about taking the job on a full-time basis, and that it would be hard for him, to leave Manchester United. And, Mould will go along with this. He's still got a current contract, with Mould until 2021. But we pay an additional £7-8 million. We have got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but it totally suits the happens at the club. His managerial style suits the club, and it's good to see him, giving everybody the chance in the team. Obviously, he's played the fringe players as well as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Give the young players a chance as well, which is very, very good indeed. But we do know that the areas, that we do need to address, as I currently said. But yeah, guys, we know it's going to be a very, very big game on Sunday. Manchester United, Liverpool, as I said, biggest game in English football without a shadow of a doubt. The two most successful clubs in English football, historically, as I did currently say. Obviously, we're going for top four this season. Liverpool are obviously going for the leagues. Obviously, I think my club, Manchester United, gonna ruin their title credentials. As I said, Liverpool do win. They do go back top by 3 points, because obviously Chelsea, Manchester City don't play the league this week, and they play in the Carabao Cup final against Chelsea. But Liverpool, you can see the vast improvements in them this season. To be quite honest, I'm going to be honest. Even though I hate Liverpool, you can see the vast improvements in their team this season. Of course, Jurgen Klopp hasn't got that winning philosophy or that kind of that pedigree of winning any silverware, because he hasn't won any silverware as Liverpool manager. In his previous team he managed with Borussia Dortmund, I think he did win a couple of titles, Jurgen Klopp, but he's been at Liverpool quite a few years now, and he hasn't, won out yet at Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp. Liverpool, in a couple of occasions, to be fair, have come close, to winning the league, but I think now this is the best chance from their perspective, they'll get of winning the title, to be quite honest with you. But they have, invested in the last couple of seasons. Liverpool, they were the biggest spenders last summer, of course, as well. They spent around £171 million last summer. I think they got 5 new additions into their club last summer, if I'm right. Allinson came in. I think he's a very, very good keeper. They addressed the defensive deficiencies with the signing of Virgil van Dijk for 75 million. What were the other players they got? They got Shaqiri as well. That's been very, very impressive for Liverpool as well. Didn't they get Naby Keita as well? So I think they got 4 or 5 new additions into their club last summer. Did Liverpool as well, and they've got a great attacking trio in Salah. Salah's a really, really good player. I think he's definitely the best player in the Premier League without a doubt. So we know Man United are aware. We do know that he's going to be a threat, because his pace is fantastic. He's got great, genuine pace. He's fast on the ball, as I said. He scores goals. As I currently said, he also shows that determination that he can provide as well. Mohamed Salah. So we do have to watch out for him, because he can expose opposition's defence. Quite easily. Mohamed Salah, because he's a world class player, and I think they've got a good attacking trio. with Salah, Mane, and Firmino as well. They've got Wanyama in that team. They've got Naby Keita in that team, as I currently said. But whose team would you say is better? Would you say Liverpool's is better, or my team, Manchester United's is better? Well, it's really hard to call. In my all honesty, I don't think still got a strong team, and we've still got definitely enough quality in there to definitely get past Liverpool, as I currently said. But as I did say, Liverpool have invested in the last couple of seasons. As I said, they've scored 59 goals in the Premier League this season. They've conceded only 15. So defensively, you can see the vast improvements that you've seen in their defense this season as well. In the Premier League, as I currently said, they've only lost one game all season. As well of Liverpool, but Liverpool have not won the Premier League since since it actually got named in 92-93, or a trophy since 2006. I think the last time they won a trophy was it against Wham in the FA Cup, the last time they won a major trophy. So they haven't won a major trophy, for 13 years of Liverpool, as we all currently know. But they haven't won a major trophy, for 13 years of Liverpool, as we all currently know. And obviously, they haven't won it, for nearly 30 years, currently said. And anyway, obviously, Jurgen Klopp has confirmed from his own perspective that obviously Liverpool, anyway, have got a few injuries. Of course, they've got Dejan Lovren out through injury, as Jurgen Klopp himself has confirmed. Virgil van Dijk set to return because he was suspended midweek against Bayern Munich, so he didn't play, obviously. They've got Oxlade-Chamberlain out for a long-term absence. They've got Joe Gomez out for injury as well of Liverpool, so they have got injury. Looking likely Virgil van Dijk, he's suspension. But Liverpool, are crumbling a little bit, to be quite honest, because they were poor midweek against Bayern Munich. There again, Bayern Munich were very, very poor in the Champions League, so it was a very, very poor game. Two previous games before that, the drop points, the drop points at was it at home to Leicester, the drop points away at West Ham as well. Liverpool, so they have been crumbling. As they have shown this season, as I currently said, because this season they've played really, really well. They've showed good attacking football, as I said. They've been scoring goals for fun, and as I did currently say, they thrashed Arsenal 5-1 earlier on in the season. to beat us early well comfortably, by 3 goals to 1. As I currently said, I think they got a draw at the Emirates. I think they drew if I can remember rightly, I think they drew at Stamford Bridge as well. Did Liverpool. So yeah, they have. We've mainly got a good record over them anyway. We seem to beat Liverpool a lot, especially at Old Trafford. As I do currently updating you, as I did currently say, we haven't lost to Liverpool in the league at Old Trafford, since 2014. So the last time we lost them in the league at Old Trafford was back under the David Moyes era. So this is the last time we lost to Liverpool in the league at Old Trafford. And they haven't done the league double over us since the 2013 40s, and so that about 5 years ago now. Basically, we're very, very good again, and they haven't done the double over us in the league since since the 2013-14 season. And this fixture last season of Manchester United by 2 goals to 1. Marcus Rashford has scored twice as well. Pazik, can we say, we've mainly got a good record of them, even though we know Louis van Gaal wasn't a good manager, didn't have the right philosophy at the club, and, he killed our style of play. We still managed to beat Liverpool times under Van Gaal. We're under David Moyes. We still beat Liverpool once. We beat them in the League Cup by 1 goal to 0 as well. So mainly we have got a good record over Liverpool, as I said, and I think definitely we can beat them at Old Trafford, without a shadow of a doubt. And I think Jurgen Klopp's starting to fear Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because he knows now it's a different kettle of fish now. He knows that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is doing a really good job, and obviously Klopp knows that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has got the team playing in the right vein. He knows Jurgen Klopp now knows the structure team's right. He knows the structure of the team's right. He knows the cohesion of the team is right as well. And we've got enough quality in our team to cause Liverpool all sorts of problems, as I currently said. But as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and everybody's been saying he should get the job. Even Ryan Giggs come out in the press, the other day, and even he said, Solskjaer should be giving the job on a full-time basis. So there's been quite a few people saying it. Giggs has said it. Gary Neville, has said it. If we beat Liverpool on Sunday. Gary Neville has said it, if we beat Liverpool on Sunday as well. We've heard just recently, Ryan Giggs say it. I think Jamie Carragher said he should be given the job full-time as well. So there's quite a lot of pundits, saying it, and he deserves it, based on his fantastic progression he's made at the club so far, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But as I did currently say, in relation that there's obviously more positive news, going into this Liverpool game. Solskjaer's confirmed in relation to Jesse Lingard, in relation as well to Antonio Martial. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has currently confirmed. He confirmed this, that they could be in contention, to play against Liverpool, and Solskjaer is hoping that Martial and Lingard are fit for the Liverpool game on Sunday. He hasn't guaranteed that they will play, but he did say they could be in contention, because Solskjaer confirmed that Lingard and Martial were going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks, because obviously we know that Martial's got a groin injury, Lingard's got a hamstring injury, as we all know. So if they could be in contention, to play against Liverpool, even if they don't start from the start and they come on as substitutes, that's still very, very good news indeed. And we know they are two key players, Martial and Lingard. They're very, very young in the generation. As I currently said, Martial's progression, has been very, very good as a Manchester United player. He creates that width very, very well. He provides very, very well. He scores goals as well. There's Anthony Martial. I think, he looks very, very good on that left-hand side, Anthony Martial. And in relation to Lingard, I think his progression's been very, very good as a Manchester United player as well. He's showing that ability to attack, provide, getting more involved, scoring goals as well, which is very, very good. He did. And they're very, very young, the generation, they've still got a lot of years ahead of them to grow, develop and flourish even more, Martial and Jesse Lingard. So, how they are two key players. As I currently said. But obviously, as I did currently say, we did beat Chelsea 2-0 in the FA Cup, as I said. And he went with, I think in this Liverpool game, Solskjaer will go with a similar lineup, as he did do against Chelsea. Depending, if Martial and Lingard are going to be fit for the game, he'll obviously, start Martial and Jesse Lingard on the left, put Martial on the left, obviously. He'll put Lingard on the right, our two wide players, as I currently said. Lingard can't play in the Liverpool game. It's obviously likely he'll probably put Juan Mata on the right, probably give Sanchez a start on that left-hand side, as I currently said. But as I did say, I've got concerns over Alexis Sanchez, to be quite honest with you. As Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did confirm, obviously any manager's going to say, if any of your players are underperforming, as I currently said, obviously they're going to say that, obviously, they're confident that the form will improve. And Solskjaer did currently say that he does believe that Sanchez's form Martial's been first choice on that left-hand side above Alexis Sanchez, because Sanchez is much older than Martial. Obviously, he's 30 now. He's lost that yard of pace as well as Alexis Sanchez, and he's nowhere near the player he was at Arsenal. But we do know that Sanchez can be a really good, talented player, as we all know, because he's proven it when he was at Arsenal, and Solskjaer believes he can be a talented player. But we just know when he has had the chances, he hasn't really established himself. Hasn't been fitted in the Manchester United team. Alexis Sanchez has said, he's lacked goals. He has had a couple of injuries, to be quite fair, as Alexis Sanchez as well. That's affected him as well, affected his game time as well. But as I did say, if there is no improvements in Alexis Sanchez's game, he could well be sanctioned off in the summer, Alexis Sanchez. But he's definitely, lost that yard of pace without a shadow of a doubt. And you can rotate him in different positions because he is versatile. But when we do mainly give him the opportunity, which isn't often, but when we do, he always plays on that left-hand side. And when he does, he might feel unsettled in that position. He might not be getting the freedom in that position. He might be playing in a position. He might be playing in a restricted position, so it might not be his favourite position. Alexis Sanchez. So maybe try rotating him. As I could have said, maybe try him centrally, maybe try him on the right hand flank. I think he can operate as a midfielder as well, Carty Sanchez. But mainly, we know he is a number 7, as I said. In relation to Juan Mata, as I currently said, you can play him on the right. You can play him in a free role in that number 10 position, as I said. But mainly when we do play Mata, he does play on that right-hand side. He obviously wasn't. He was playing in that number 10 in that free role against Chelsea in the FA Cup. This is obviously, due to the injuries of Martial and Lingard. But obviously we know they're still injured at the moment. But as he did say, Solskjaer, they could be in contention. In relation to Mata, he's another player. He's age 30 now. He's nearly 31 now, Juan Mata. I still think he's been a very, very consistent player, for Manchester United, Juan Mata, without a shadow of a doubt. He's been here a number of years now. He's been in the Premier League a lot of years, so he does know the Premier League well. He's Premier League proven. Of course, he's won everything in the Premier League, apart from the Premier League, he hasn't won everything at Manchester United, but obviously we're including, his 3 years that he had with Chelsea, when he was young in his prime, Juan Mata. But he's definitely, lost that yard of pace as Juan Mata, to be quite honest with you, because he's aging up now. He's 30. As I currently said, he is out of his prime, as I said. Man United, of course, have been in negotiations of getting him a new 1-year extension on his contract. There's been no more news updated in relation to that of what I've seen anywhere. I heard it about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Man United were willing to offer him a 1-year contract extension. I think from his own perspective, he was keen on a 2-year deal, Juan Mata, but Man United are only willing to offer him a 1-year extension, considering that he's age 30. So obviously we're not willing to offer him a long-term contract extension, Juan Mata. But as I did currently say, I still think he's been a very, very consistent player, since we got him from Chelsea. But you can see, when Martial and Lingard, aren't playing out on them wide positions, you can see the bags of pace he's knocked out of the team. Because when Matt has lost that yard of pace, Sanchez has lost that yard of pace, as we all clearly know. So hopefully, Martial and Lingard, can feature against Liverpool, or at least, come off the bench, to get involved in the game. But we'll see what happens anyway, as I said. But we know mainly, as I did currently say, Solskjaer's obviously, I know his strongest 11, as we all currently know, as I've already given you an update on my recent videos. But we know his main attacking trio that he usually goes with is Martial on the left, Rashford centrally, Lingard on the right. That's his main attacking trio goes with. Mainly his midfield trio, he goes with Herrera, Macho and Pogba, because they look very, very effective. I do think they complement each other, very, very well now. And they're building a bond together. They're blending in fantastically well in that midfield, as I currently said. As I currently said. But as I did say, I do expect players, to leave Manchester United in the summer, as I currently said. And obviously, we have got targets, that we are interested in getting, as I've updated you on my previous videos. But there has been talks that, Man United, could get rid of Lukaku in the summer. Man United could get rid of Alexis Sanchez in the summer as well. Because in relation to Romelu Lukaku, I think he's still a good player, Romelu Lukaku, because he's got a good pedigree in the Premier League. He's scored loads and loads of goals in the Premier League as Romelu Lukaku. So he's a proven prolific goal scorer in the Premier League. Is Romelu Lukaku, throughout his playing career so far. He scored 27 goals in his first season at Manchester United, in all competitions. Since then, he has lacked goals, Romelu Lukaku. But to be fair, his form has been slightly rejuvenated, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in, when he has been given the chance, mainly coming off for the bench, he has scored some goals and that. He has provided assists a couple of times as well. So I think his performances have improved. I think he's, chasing them channels, very, very well indeed as well. He's Romelu Lukaku, but we know mainly, obviously, Rashford is obviously first choice, because I did say what Rashford can offer up front, Lukaku cannot do, is because Lukaku's slow, his first touch concerns me, and he's too slow, is Romelu Lukaku. Rashford, he's a lot different. He's faster, he's obviously younger as well than Romelu Lukaku, he's faster, he exposes problems for the opposition's defence. His finishing's improved, Rashford's, he's scoring more goals, as I currently said, and he's only 21 years of age, as I currently said, is Marcus Rashford. It's obviously more than likely he's definitely going to be featuring in the game on Sunday. But Rashford, you can rotate Rashford, you can put him out wide, Marcus Rashford, but in my opinion, he looks more effective, when he's playing centrally, in my opinion, Rashford. The left-hand side suits Martial, and, centrally, that suits Rashford, without a shadow of a doubt. And hopefully somewhere along the line, we can agree Marcus Rashford a new long-term contract. Reports have been coming out saying there's been breakthrough in negotiations, that Man United is set to sign him a new 6-year deal at the club, and he would be getting a salary of around £200,000 a week, so there would be a massive wage increase if he's to sign this new 6-year deal, as I couldn't said, but he deserves it, based on his fantastic performances he's been putting out as a United player. He enjoyed a difficult time under Jose Mourinho, did Marcus Rashford, but since Solsjaker's coming, he's playing more of a key role, playing more regular, getting more involved, scoring goals, and he's in absolutely scintillating form. Is Marcus Rashford, and we still know his current deal ends in 2020 as well, with an option of a further year, as I currently said. But as I did currently say, in relation to Romelu Lukaku, as I do keep giving you an update on, he could leave in the summer, because obviously he's lost his place in the starting 11, and obviously either way, when Martial and Lingard do come fully fit anywhere, Lukaku's either way, Lukaku's lost his place in the starting 11 anywhere, and when Solskjaer does get the job on a full-time basis, which looks very, very likely now, indeed, and especially if we beat Liverpool on Sunday, basically Lukaku's days are numbered at Old Trafford, and obviously Lukaku will want to get first-team football, and then obviously we can't offer him that, as I currently said. But as I did currently say, it did say Man United were willing to cash in for Romelu Lukaku in the summer, reportedly, as reports were coming out in the media the other day. It did say Man United were looking to cash in for him in the summer. Probably won't recoup the £75 million, we initially paid for him from Everton, as I currently said, but it did say we're willing to sanction him off and cash in for him in the summer for us to either land Paulo Dybala from Juventus or Riccardo from Inter Milan. There was a narrative going on about that last week, coming out from the media, as I currently said. So it basically said the Italian press reported that Man United were in talks with both Juventus and Inter Milan over the potential Romelu Lukaku swap deal. So it basically means we're willing to offer Romelu Lukaku as part of a deal of us getting Paulo Dybala from Juventus or Icardi from Inter Milan. So we identified Dybala or Icardi as a replacement, for Romelu Lukaku. If Lukaku was to leave in the summer, I think he probably will go to Juventus, because I think he's indicated that he does prefer the move to Juventus. Narrative came out about last year, as we all currently know. Narrative came out about last year. That obviously Juventus had showed an interest. I think Raiola, his representative, was in negotiation with Juventus about as well, as I did currently say. But as I did currently say, guys, I do really, really like Paulo Dybala. I do really, really like Icardi as well, because they are both two prolific goal scorers, and they are the biggest names in Italian football, Paulo Dybala and Icardi, as I currently said. And, I do think they are proven prolific goal scorers, and if we were to get one of them in the summer, they'd be a great addition to our team, as we all currently know, they'd be a great addition to our team, one of them. And, I think they complement our attacking line, very, very well indeed, because as the reports have been mentioned, that reportedly Dybala's out of favour at Juventus this season, isn't really getting the game time now, so he's surplus to requirements, and also to Icardi in Milan now is reportedly out of favour after he just recently lost the captain's armband. Icardi. Inter Milan reportedly have increasingly become frustrated with him now, reportedly. So I think both of them could leave in the summer, Icardi and Dybala. Dybala's 25 years of age, so he's still young, so it would be good for him to come and experience the Premier League. As I said, he's Argentinian. Icardi's just turned 26. Just turned 26. He's also Argentinian as well. So Icardi and Dybala, know each other very, very well because they're obviously playing the same Italian league. Obviously, they're both obviously in the same national team as well. As well, Icardi and Dybala. But Icardi's got a good pedigree, in terms of scoring loads and loads of goals. He's been in Milan a number of years now. He has been in Milan since 2013. This is his sixth season now where with Inter Milan he's scored over 100 odd goals, as I said, and of course. As I did currently say, the majority of his goals throughout his playing career have come at Inter Milan. He's Inter Milan's ninth highest top goal scorer of all time, is Icardi, as I said. And also, too, he's rated at around £100 million, and so too is Dybala. Icardi's got a £100 million release clause in his contract, as we all know. But Icardi's, as reports were mentioned, his long-term stay at Inter Milan now does look in jeopardy after he has lost the captain's armband, as that did currently confirm as well. But I do like him. He's an efficient finisher. He's good in the attacking further pitch. He scores loads and loads of goals, as I said. But I also like Dybala as well. He's been at Juventus a number of years. He's grown, developed, and flourished, fantastically well, as well. But if we were to sell Lukaku, we were to get one of them, they'd be, one of them would be a great placement, for Romelu Lukaku, as I currently. So there were a lot of talks about that going on the other week in the media. As I said, but there's also been reports coming out, as I updated you on my last video, in relation to Jadon Sancho as well, because Manchester United have identified him as a summer transfer target as well, Jadon Sancho. It did say Man United as well in relation to both Romelu Lukaku and Sanchez. It did say Man United are preparing to sell Lukaku and Sanchez to reportedly fund the move for Jadon Sancho in the summer, reportedly. And reportedly, if we've got any hopes of getting Jadon Sancho in the summer, Manchester United hopes of signing Jadon Sancho in the summer. We know that it will cost staggering amounts of money, to get Jadon Sancho in the summer, as I said. I think it will have, Man United may even have to pay up to £100 million, for Jadon Sancho, as I said, and that's staggering amounts of money, for the young 18-year-old, as I said. But he's a very, very good player. But, since he's got into the Borussia Dortmund first team, his performances for Borussia Dortmund have been very, very impressive indeed, of Jadon Sancho's. And, it would be ideal to get him in because he's young. And, obviously in the Premier League, as I did say, he had a couple of seasons with Manchester City, as I did say, never broke into the first team with Man City, so he's in their youth academy. And obviously at the time when he did go to Borussia Dortmund, obviously began his youth career with Watford, for a number of years as well. I think he joined Watford at just the age of 7, did Jadon Sancho as well. But as I did say, he's been really, really good. Since he's Borussia Dortmund, as I said, Borussia Dortmund only paid £7-8 million for him anyway. So financially, they'd make a huge profit on Jadon Sancho if they were to sell him in the summer. I think Man United are prepared to pay £70 million for him, at least, or Man United may be prepared to pay £100 million, but we may sell Lukaku and Sanchez in the process of us funding a move for Jadon Sancho, as the media does explain. Of course, I think if we were to come to an agreement to get Sancho in the summer, reportedly it will receive around 15% of the transfer fee, because I think City have inserted like a 15% sell-on clause in that deal. City obviously do have a buyback option on the player, because I think City did insert a buyback clause in his contract as well, for England, as well as Jadon Sancho. He has still got a contract, with Borussia Dortmund until 2022 as well. But he's a good, very, very good young player, and he's proving now, he's flourishing, he's growing and developing, and he's scoring goals, he's providing as well. And and Borussia Dortmund, from their perspective, know how much of an essential player, Jadon Sancho is. But as I did say, we've noticed, with quite a few of their young players, as I said, they do lose them. They've done it with Pulisic, but Pulisic remains at Dortmund because Dortmund have loaned him back until the end of the season. But they still sold Pulisic for £58 million. They sold Patrick-Emerick Aubameyang, as I currently said. But I do really, really like Jadon Sancho, and I do really, really highly rate him, and to be quite honest with you, it would be ideal, if we could get him in the summer. Other names have been mentioned as well. We know that young Benfica star has been mentioned in the media as well. That Felix. Reports coming out the other week about that, saying that Man United have instructed scouts, to keep a close eye out on Felix, as we all know. 19 years of age, again, very, very young in his prime, and he's a winger. I mean, obviously, we do want a right winger, as I couldn't say. That's one of the targets we've identified that we do want to, strengthen up, as I currently said. But yeah, Felix and he costs a lot of money, to get in the summer as well, because he's got a buyout clause of around £105 million, as Felix, as I said. And it did say Man United have instructed scouts, to keep a close eye on him. So Man United, Man United scouts are watching him on a regular basis. And I think reportedly, they have been impressed and satisfied, with his performances. And he only broke into the Benfica first team, last year. But since he's broke into the first team, reportedly his performances have been very, very good. He's yet to break in the senior squad with Portugal as well. Felix, as I said, but Liverpool showed their interest in January, and a few teams have expressed their interest in that, Benfica youngster as well. But reportedly, it's mentioned that Man United, of course, have been interested in him as well, and he's very, very young, and it would be ideal for us to get some players that are young in their generation. And obviously, there's been other players, we've been interested in as well. We know the major priority target for the summer is obviously, Napoli's Koulibaly, as I currently said. And we do need defensive reinforcements, as we're all aware. Because defensively, we're looking good under Solskjaer. Lindelof's playing well. He's improved this season, he's willing. He's get more involved. He's galloping forward more into midfield. Is Lindelof, and Lindelof's playing really, really well, and he's getting in the mix now. And I think him and Bay are very, very good, strong centre back partnership. The bonding very, very well together. They're blending in very, very well together, and they are building a relationship now together. Even though Bay's been the team this season, that'll be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's centre back choice. That'll be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's choice in our central defensive area, probably Bay and Lindelof. Because obviously Bay. They've been long servants at Manchester United, as I said, and they did sign new deals early on in the season. But as I did say, I don't think they're not good anymore. John's known for injuries, been here since 2011. I don't think he's any good anymore. Chris Smalling, he put a good form out against Chelsea, but to be quite honest, he's been a long-serving player here now for Manchester United. As Chris Smalling, this is 9th season now in the process. It's Chris Smalling's, but they could still summer possibly, even though they've signed new deals this season, as I currently said. So it is important that we do get a strong central defender in. We need an experienced centre back. Koulibaly would fit the Manchester United agenda very, very well, and it would be good for him, to come out of him. We know, it would cost a lot of money to get him in the summer. Obviously we've got that financial power to meet his valuation. Koulibaly's, as I said, we'd have to pay around £90 million, to get him in the summer. So I think definitely Man United we are going to revive our interest in Koulibaly in the summer, because in the process we've been linked with him for the past 2 windows. We've had 3 bids turned down in the process. The recent one was a staggering £95 million bid that had been turned down. But Napoli were standing firm, and they were being ruthless, and the Napoli president confirmed that they weren't willing to do any business, with Koulibaly in the January transfer window. He's still got about 3.5-4 years left on his deal, because he's on the contract when don't forget as well. But he definitely addressed our defensive deficiencies without a shadow of a doubt. 27 years of age, as I currently said. He's also very, very tall as well, which is very, very beneficial. I think he'd be a great leader in our backline without a shadow of a doubt. He'd be a great leader in our backline, with Koulibaly, as I said. In relation to Milan Skriniar as well, we've identified him as a possible summer target, but now it looks like our summer move for Milan Skriniar, looking likely now. It's going to be coming to a conclusion, as recent reports have suggested out in relation to Milan Skriniar that he has revealed as Milan Skriniar. It has been revealed Milan Skriniar has confirmed that he is close to coming to agreement, getting a new contract with Inter Milan. So it's looking likely he's going to sign. He's going to be signing a contract renewal. Milan Skriniar. I do like Milan Skriniar. He's 24 now, should I say? I thought he was still 23, but I think he's just 24. Milan Skriniar, but he's still very, very young. As I said, he's nowhere near on the same levels as Koulibaly and all that, or the Rafael Varans, or the Diego Gordons. The top world-class central defenders. But he is still a good player, and he's only very, very young. Don't forget, he's Milan Skriniar. He's Slovakian. Inter Milan paid £20 million for him. From as I said, but probably we won't get Milan Skriniar now in the summer, but we've identified him as a summer target, but now he's looking likely to sign a new deal with Inter Milan, so obviously defend as well. But we know the major priority target is obviously Napoli's Koulibaly, as I said. He would be a great major signing if we did get him in the summer. get him in the summer. And obviously we've still got contract renewals, to sort out. As I said, as I did currently say, and I've already obviously giving giving you an update on that as well. And as I did say, I do expect depart this summer. I do expect Valencia to definitely leave. As I currently have said, Darmian to leave in the summer, possibly Rojo to leave in the summer as well, as I've already confirmed to you guys. But yeah, I think if Manchester United, if we do get victory against Liverpool on Sunday, I definitely think then Solskjaer will be guaranteed to get the job as Manchester United manager on a full-time basis. And as Gary Neville has confirmed, as Gary Neville's confirmed, it's in Sky Sports actually, as Gary Neville has confirmed, he's basically said Solskjaer to get Man United job. Solskjaer to get Man United job. If we get victory over Liverpool Sunday. So Gary Neville has confirmed this as well. And you're building up to this game. I think Jurgen Klopp fears Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Jurgen Klopp, from his own perspective as well, has come out, and I praise him for this. Jurgen Klopp, he's come out and he's praised Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for the brilliant job he's done so far as caretaker manager. And even he said from his own perspective, did Jurgen Klopp, Jurgen Klopp, that he should be that Solskjaer should get the job permanently. This is what Jurgen Klopp said as well. So he has basically, praised Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I said. But it's going to be a very, very good game. It's always a very, very good game. United and Liverpool, both fiercest rivals, as I said. But yeah, I do really, really fancy my team, Manchester United, to win this. I don't think you will thrash them. I think, United, I think we'll win it 2-1, to be quite honest with you. That's my score predictions for the game, as I currently said. And go check out my other videos I did today, as I did do. I did the Manchester City Chelsea preview, for the Carabao Cup final as well. Obviously, as I did keep updating you, Chelsea have obviously had really, really bad news today. So they've had more serious infringements of Chelsea, as obviously it's confirmed that FIFA they have got a transfer ban for 2 windows, as FIFA has confirmed this. So this basically means they can't make any signings in this summer. Can Chelsea? And they'll be annoyed about this. They can't make any signings this summer. Can Chelsea? They can't make any signings in the next January window, so they can't potentially make any signings until the summer of 2020. And Chelsea is still aware that investment is needed in their squad. They need to have depth in their squad. The Chelsea, as I currently said. So there's been more serious infringements, as I currently said, and they have been given this transfer ban by FIFA, as that has confirmed. They've been given this transfer ban by FIFA. Chelsea have been fined £460,000, while the Football Association themselves have been fined £390,000. It has confirmed Chelsea are appealing against this decision. Chelsea are appealing against this decision, because it did say Chelsea did have the option, to appeal against the decision. Probably more narratives will update about it maybe in the next couple of days, as I currently said. But this is in this is Chelsea being given this ban because obviously, reportedly, they have been it's something to do with youth players. It says they have been breaching regulation over transfers transfers of minors or something like that. I just like smoking this. So they've been given this transfer ban because reportedly they've been found guilty of something to do with youth players. They have been breaching rules in relation, to youth players, and reportedly they have been breaching the regulations of the transfers of minor over transfers of minors or something like that. I don't really know the full story, to be quite honest with you, but it is something to do with young players. But I think it mentioned it was something to do, with I can't really explain it, but it's something to do with young players as well. So it's something to do, with breaching regulations over the transfer of minors, as I did currently say in the Guardian. So it's something to do, with breaching around transfers of minors or something like that. So so Chelsea have had some bad news today on that as well, of course. So anyway, drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon, guys.